Hi everyone and welcome to our lesson, Division Rules for 1 and 0. It is lesson 6.9. The Unlock the Problem states, what rules for division can help you divide with 1 and 0? If there is only one fishbowl, then all the fish must go in that fishbowl. So you can see that they have 4 is the number of fish, divided by 1, which is number of bowls, equals 4, number in each bowl. It says, try this. There are 3 fish in one bowl. Draw a quick picture to show the fish in the fish bowl. So here would be my fish bowl, and here would be the 3 fish. Write the equation your picture shows. Well, how many fish do we have? 3. Divided by how many bowls? 1 equals how many in each bowl? 3. There is a rule for dividing by 1, and it says any number divided by 1 equals that number. It's kind of the same thing as we learned for multiplication. So we could think with multiplication, any number times 1 was also the same number. So the rules for division and multiplication are the same when it comes to dealing with the 1. Now, it says if there is the same number of fish and fish bowls, then 1 fish goes in each fish bowl. So here's a different example. There are 4 fish divided by 4 different bowls. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that there's going to be 1 fish in each bowl. So to try this, there are 3 fish in 3 fish bowls. So first, I'm going to draw my fish bowls. There's 1, 2, 3. And then there's 3 fish, so we can only put 1 fish in each. Now, write the equation your picture shows. Well, how many fish did we have? 3. Divided by how many bowls were there? There were 3 of them. Divided by how many are in each bowl? 1. So the division sentence is 3 divided by 3 equals 1. And there's a rule for this too. Any number except 0 divided by itself equals 1. So 3 divided by itself equals 1. Now, it says, if there are 0 fish in 4 fish bowls, there will not be any fish in the fish bowls. So the division sentence shows 0 number of fish divided by 4 fish bowls equals 0 in each bowl. Because if there's 0 fish, there cannot be any in the bowls. To try this, it says there are 0 fish and 3 bowls. Draw a quick picture to show the fish bowls. Well, we know that there's 3 fish bowls. And we know that there are 0 fish. So we cannot put anything in the fish bowls. So our division sentence would look like 0 fish divided by 3 fish bowls equals 0. And there's a rule for this too. 0 divided by any number except 0 equals 0. So 0 divided by 3 equals 0. This rule also stands for multiplication when we think of 0 times a number also equals 0. So for the ones and for zeros, the rule stays the same for division and multiplication. Okay, moving on. If there are 0 fish bowls, then you cannot separate the fish into fish bowls dividing by 0 is not possible. So, for example, even though there are 4 fish, we have no fish bowls to put them in. So, 4 divided by 0 is 0. You cannot divide by 0. It is not possible. For the share and show, it wants us to use the picture to find 2 divided by 2. Well, we see that there are 2 beehives divided by 2 bees. Well, how many bees are in each beehive? If we look, there's 1. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. For 2, 3, 4, and 5, it wants you to find the quotient. And we remember that the quotient is the answer to a division problem. So for number 2, it says 7 divided by 1. Okay, well, if I have 7 of something and I put 1 in each, how many are there altogether? Well, there's 7. So that means the answer is 7. And it's also the rule with any number times or divided by 1, equals the other number. So 7 divided by 1 equals 1. Or 7, Now, number 3, 8 divided by 8. Well, if I have 8 fish, let's say, and there's 8 fish bowls, how many would there be in each? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 and that's 1. How many are in each of the fish bowls? Well, there's 1 in each of the fish bowls. So 8 divided by 8 equals 1. Now for number 4, 0 divided by 5 equals what? Well, we know that rule, any number divided by 5 equals 0. So 0 divided by 5 equals 0. And then number 5, blank equals 6 divided by 6. Well, we also know the rule, any number divided by itself is always going to be 1. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1. Okay, and then for our last page, it says find the quotient. So we're still doing the same thing as what we did up above. For number 6, it is 0 divided by 8. Well, remember, if we have 8 fish bowls and there's 0 fish in them, how many fish are there total? Well, it would be 8, or 0, because there's no fish. Number 7, 5 divided by 5. If I have 5 fish bowls and there's 5 fish total, how many fish are in each of the bowls? Well, there is 1. So 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Now for number 8, it's 2 divided by 1. So let's think. If there is 1 fish bowl and there's 2 fish, that means both fish are going to have to be in the same fish bowl. So 2 divided by 1 equals 2. For number 9, 0 divided by 7. Remember the rule, any number divided by 0 is always 0. Now for numbers 10, 11, 12, and 13, these are still division problems, but remember this is the other way that people could write the division problems. So we read it for number 10, 0 divided by 5. Remember, so it would be like this, 0 divided by 5. And then the answer is going to go up here in the top. So 0 divided by 5 is going to be 0. Any number divided by 0 is 0. Number 11, we have 9 divided by 1. Okay, well, if I have 1 fishbowl and 9 fish, all 9 are going to be in the same fishbowl. So 9 divided by 1 is 9. For number 12, 7 divided by 7. Remember, any number divided by itself is always going to be 1. And then the last problem, 13, 10 divided by 10. This is another one. Any number divided by itself is always going to be 1. So the rest of these problems, it is just some fluency practice, numbers 14 through 25. You will see that some of them are written where they are going horizontal, and then you will see some of them are in the half of a box. Remember, for the horizontal problems, you write the answer off to the right-hand side, and for the box way of writing a division problem, you write the answer on the top of the box. So these would be great practice problems for you to try at home. And just remember the rules that we learned today. Any number divided by 0 is 0. Any number divided by 1 is always going to be that number. You cannot divide any number divided by 0. And then any number divided by itself is always going to be 1. This is the end of our lesson.